Hey, welcome back to the MLG GameOn 16-player Invitational. We just finished up the match of Catz versus Puck, with Catz taking the win 2-0? 2-1? 2-1. It seems so long ago.
I thought it was a 2-0.
No, because he won on the Frosty map, right?
Oh, that's right, yeah.
With a weird... every game with Catz seems like a movie instead of like shows in a series.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it can be hard to keep track of. But yeah, it was 2-1. It was 2-1. We're going to move on to the winners match of the Group A bracket, and
It'll be Kane versus Catz.
Kane versus Catz.
You can do Polar as the first night, but map doesn't matter too much unless it's like a big 4-player map for ZVZ. That's not a big deal. Catz versus Kane. I don't know. I haven't seen Catz play ZVZ. Last time I saw Catz play ZVZ, Scarlett was just messing around playing against him from IEM Singapore. She actually lost like 0-3 because he kept doing stupid like mass-ling run-by kind of stuff.
Sure.
So I don't know if that's actually what he does, or if he was just messing with her.
I mean, it's like you said earlier. There's nothing that he does.
Catz.
It's just just Catz.
Kane's about as generic and by the book as you can get ZVZ. He either does roach timings or he goes mass muta.
Sure.
The only weird thing about him is he tends to go muta too fast and kind of sacrifices economy, but his control and stuff is good enough that he can make up for it.
Definitely.
He's just generically quite good.
I think ZVZ is one of those matchups where, unless you're talking about like really late game stuff, I think the early to the mid game plays out on such a fine wire that you can't deviate from it too much.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of room.
Yeah, there's not.
There's 3 tracks you can go down. You can go down upgrade lings and just kind of be a dick with those.
Yeah.
You can go roaches and try and do a timing attack. You need to at least threaten a timing attack or you
Definitely.
get out macroed.
As you
Or
take
you can
third.
just go generic muta. Yeah.
Yep. And some of them, it feels a little rock paper scissory sometimes, but I mean, there's ample opportunity for scouting. Especially because most people open speedling in this matchup, which gives you a lot of information. So it'll be
Yeah,
interesting.
you can mix in a Roche Bane all in sometimes. You can kind of disguise that if you're really careful. But if you're so
Yeah.
careful about defending scouting, even that
then it gets
is
really
usually a tell.
Yeah, and like if I'm playing a game and somebody walks out 2 queens from their natural to clear, like I'm building Spine Crawl. Like it's
Yeah.
pretty obvious, you know. With the way that the overlays work, I would be really surprised to see like a Roach Bane all in work against either of these players.
Kane does mix them in a decent amount, though. At least in ladder play. I'm not
Sure.
sure. I don't know. His tournament play actually looks a lot like his ladder play. He's not the kind of player who like has special things prepared or holds things back. He kind of just plays the way he plays, and it works a good amount of the time, no matter what the setting is. He just does what he's comfortable with.
Definitely. Hopping into the first game now. It's going to be on Polar Night. With Catz spawning in at the bottom position. The 6 o'clock, I guess, as you might call it. And Kane coming in at the top position.
Might want to take off allied colors for a CVZ.
Yeah.
God, are they pink and yellow? Those assholes. Well, Catz is the yellow Zerg, and Kane is the pink Zerg.
I think, as long as there's no swim house, this will be...
This isn't a very good... I don't know. I don't really play Swarm Host CVZ. I honestly find it even worse than Swarm Host CVP.
Sure.
So... Because when you get Swarm Host versus Swarm Host, that's like when the cancer happens.
The ultimate, yeah.
And
The,
it's not worth it. You can't do it. So I don't even know how that plays out. I was talking to Catz, and I think he said that the theoretical, like, the go-to is Swarm Hosts, like 15 to 20 of them. Static defense, of course.
Of course.
And then the rest is just Hydras and Infestors and Vipers. You don't even want to go for Broodlords anymore. They just
no,
get
they
get out
yanked by the Vipers.
DPS'd by the Locusts, and then, yanked in and killed eventually by the Spores.
Yep, and I have played painful matches, and I'm sure there's been more than one that's happened on my stream, at least, where people have seen, where basically what Catz will do, this is the end game perfect. Every game shouldn't come down to this, and I hope to God none of them do. But the end game is 50 billion spores, and then Viper, Swarm Host, and Infestor. You don't actually even need the Hydra,
Hydras?
because he has so many Infestors and so many Spore Crawlers and so many Yankers, the Vipers will just pull everything in, that the Hydras, I guess maybe in the mid game, like as you're getting to that late stage, but please, I don't think we'll get that far. I hope not.
Both of them going hatchery first.
Both players opening up.
Catz is actually saving up for a really quick pool. Like he went 15 hatch, 14 pool. That's pretty rare as CVZ. Generally, it'll be at least 15 or 16. But there's not a whole lot that it really opens up. Like, it doesn't make anything too much better. You might be worried
Maybe he
about
opened the 15-14 to defend against like a 10 pool.
Yeah, that could be.
But even at that, I don't know if you can save the hatchery with the 14th pool.
Not really.
Maybe if he runs into the
If
base.
you're willing to pull drones and stuff, then
Yeah.
with good control you can. If they do the certain kind.
Yeah, and they don't have like the super fast banelings.
Yeah,
or,
if they
like,
don't go
the
baneling or speedling behind
yeah.
it. Because if they go speedling and you commit that many drones,
Then
and you have
you're-
no income to defend it later. And
Exactly.
It's actually like even worse.
Then your hatchery finishes and you realize, I actually needed to cancel that to survive this, and
Yep.
now I've lost half my economy.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure about that opening, but again, his Catz, little quirky things just kind of happen because he takes his own approach. Does he even watch other people play, or does he just do his own thing?
I think he watches other people play, and then disregards the information. Both players, pretty similar openings right now. Looks like Kane is electing for a couple scoutlings. Catz is just droning up, making queens.
Mm-hmm. Neither of them putting down their baneling nest immediately, but they both know 15 hatcheries, so they're not too worried about
Sure.
any kind of aggression early on.
Do you normally go baneliness before link speed?
Oh, never mind. That was my mistake. I didn't realize they hadn't gotten speedling yet.
Gotcha, yeah.
No.
So the speed will go down now for both players starting at the same time, and then I would expect to see the baneling nest going down.
And pretty much exactly mirror builds. Just Kane a drone or two ahead because that early pull by Catz.
Yep.
Nothing much happening. But this maps, like we said, didn't matter too much for ZVZ, but this, I feel, is one of the better Muta maps just because if you can get past the early stages where, like, the very short rushes, distance makes roach rushes a little bit dangerous, but after that you get to the point where it's almost impossible to hold on to a third base against a Muta player because there's so much distance between the naturals and the thirds.
Sure.
It becomes very difficult to defend everything. You get Mutas and Lings just running absolutely everywhere, so...
Definitely.
I would probably expect... Roaches are becoming more and more popular,
Mhm.
especially burrow, move, harassment roaches and whatnot. But if any map is going to be Muta versus Muta map, I would say it's probably going to be this one. But, oh, we do see a quick Evo Chamber coming down for Catz. That's
Okay.
not surprising. I don't know if I've ever actually seen him play a Muta game, to be
I don't
honest.
know. Not well. If there, it's like Muta after like 1/1 Ling with
Yeah.
2 Infestors
Yeah.
and Mass Queen Nidus. One thing that I
Oh,
really
Oh, quick Roach Warren from...
Kane.
yeah, so this is going to be a Roach Bane rush. That's way too fast to be anything else.
I don't like. Maybe it's to throw Catz off. I don't like spines on ZVZ. I don't think you should ever build a spine crawl on ZVZ. If you have Ling Bling, do you think that's kind of strange?
Yeah.
Unless you're like expecting a big all-in coming, but even at that,
Well, I mean, against roaches, for sure.
against roaches
yeah.
for sure.
And then against
But just in the
Bane-
early game against like Ling Bling, I feel like if you throw up a spine, you're saying like I really can't micro. Like here's a spine crawler.
I don't know, because the thing is, it's not so much even about micro, it's just those additional targets. The drones are there. So even if you control well,
Mhm.
he just kind of has to walk into your mineral line.
I
And
guess.
if he gets a few hits, it's going to be cost
But it should be
efficient.
hard to move a lot of Lings in with the Baneling, no?
No, not your lanes, just your banelings. You separate
Oh,
them
sure,
out 2 by
yeah.
2
Definitely.
and move command them to the mineral line.
Yeah, sure.
And even if you split it out well, you're not going to kill them all in time.
Sure. Moving the extra queen down from the main can help a little bit, but the extra spine being able to target the blings definitely helps. We do have a lot of roaches coming up from Kane. If
And
I
then-
was Catz, I would have a hard time reading this with the spine being there to expect a roach all-in to come out from behind it.
Yeah, and he took double gas at his natural too, so that just continues the appearance of mutas. Although he
Definitely.
does only have 2 drones on each of those guys, so if Catz is looking really, really close, he knows for
might.
sure that this is happening.
Sure.
Because only having 2 is a big tell.
Yeah, he will know
But-
for sure now, though. If this is followed up by any amount of lings, there's going to be a lot of banelings being morphed by Kane here. Well, I'm not sure if that's the plan or if he is going to go into...
Panic Roach Warren drop by Catz, but that won't be in time. He needs
Way
to put up
too
like
late.
infinite spine crawlers.
And he has
right
no
now.
spines coming. There is just... He has
He's
the
just
fast
gonna-
third. Yeah, he's
gonna
just...
die. Catz needs to go like threaten the counterattack. That's maybe the one thing, but
yeah, maybe.
that's not going to. He's cutting off reinforcements. That's good. That's the best thing he can do. I don't know.
He's got the supply to make 7 roaches. I
The
don't...
Roach Warren hasn't even completed yet. The units are
Yeah.
already streaming into his base.
Mhm.
It's just going to be a pretty quick, easy win for Kane.
think so.
Bit of lack of scouting by Catz and just kind of a successful cheese on Kane's part.
20 lings coming out for Catz, but Kane still has the 2 banelings alive.
Oh, that was not good. I believe, did he cancel +1 caravans or did it finish? No, it has to have been canceled. It wasn't fast enough.
No, he does have it.
Oh, he does. Well, I mean, that helps. And
A little bit.
His Roach Warren has finished now. He does have 8 roaches in production.
Can he actually hold... He is down in harvesters. I don't think Kane knows he has the third... Oh, no, he sees it.
Yeah, he was just
But-
going for the third. If you go for the third base, then he secures on 2 bases.
Exactly.
He just has more drones.
Yeah.
So the proper move there.
Would be to go for the natural.
Yeah.
So even if Catz can hold this off, which I'm still not convinced he can, The third wouldn't help him that much, and I don't see him being able to hold this off. He's broke down here.
Yeah, he didn't have enough drones to make the third worthwhile anyway. The
Yeah.
follow-up, like speed rush timing, would have just ended it. So, yeah, nice build by Kane. Very simple build by Kane. And Catz, I don't know, just lack of scouting. I love, I don't know, I say this in pretty much every cast, but I really love cheesing the cheeser. Like, when you play against someone who is as weird as Catz, I think going super aggressive against him is really good.
Definitely.
'Cause then you don't let him play his game plan.
Definitely.
And,
Also, a lot of the, because StarCraft 2 is a game that's relatively close and balanced, there are a lot of all-ins that you can do that require almost a perfect response, right? Especially early game CVZ and early game PVZ. To respond to certain all-ins requires a perfect response. So if somebody's doing something that's a little bit awkward or off or not like the normal meta, and you throw an all-in at them, it's very rare that they should ever be able to hold it off, because there are too many all-ins that you can do that call for one or two carefully prepared responses that have to have been scouted on beforehand. So I do think that it's a very strong play to find somebody who's normally an off-key player and to play really aggressively into them, because it does force them to, even if you don't kill them, at least it forces them to play a game that you're comfortable playing.
Yeah, definitely. And that game is a perfect example of it. He caught him out doing just a quick upgraded Ling build, which has pretty much nothing on a Roach all-in.
Definitely.
I'm not sure why Cass opted to drop the Roach Warren instead of making a bunch of Spine Crawlers. The Roach Warren is never going to finish in time. It's a matter of math.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I don't know. Spines at least have a chance of finishing in time. Usually they'll be like 3/4 the way done if the Roaches walk in a straight line.
That map is a little bit too close. If it's like Derelict Watch, it actually finishes in time. That one... You'll have like 6-7 Spine Crawlers about to finish and a bunch of Zerglings in production.
Sure. And
maybe you can hold it. But there, it's a matter of math. It's like a 10-second rush distance, and Roach Horn takes like 60 seconds to complete or something.
Definitely.
It's not going to work.